Okay, now we're looking at the life insurance that is offered through the federal government for you. The basic life insurance, which sometimes can be confused with option B for basic. They're two different things. The basic life insurance is your salary rounded up to the closest thousand plus 2,000. Okay, so those premiums don't change based on your age. Those premiums change based on your compensation. And then option A is a standard $10,000 coverage for employees, and that's just fixed. Option B is the one that kind of gives FEGLI the bad name, right? When you're younger, earlier in your career, perhaps, you're going to see that this is very reasonable, option B. When you start getting closer, maybe towards the end of your career, you get into your 50s and 60s, option B becomes very expensive. And so we see a lot of people get out of this in their 50s, certainly more so in their 60s, and then a lot of people drop it at retirement, use that kind of as like the life event to just get out of it because the cost gets so high. It seems counterintuitive to get rid of life insurance as you get older, but if you look at how much these premiums increase, for an example, option B increases every time you have a birthday ending in 5 or 0, so every 5 years. And you can go to just Google OPM FEGLI calculator, and you'll go to OPM's website, plug in your salary, and you can see they'll show you the 5-year increments, how much it increases. From 59 to 60, option B coverage more than doubles. Just so like happy birthday, right? Age 60, boom, your premiums jump up. And a lot of people come, they don't realize, right? They don't get the letter or anything. They don't realize. They think, well, maybe taxes went up or just something happened. No, it was your life insurance just bumped up, and that's going to be the case for the next 5 years before it goes up again. So really look long and hard at that. If you do need additional life insurance as you're getting into your 50s and so forth, you'll want to start looking at term life insurance is my recommendation. You can do 10, 15, 20, 25, you can see 30-year term policies these days. So you do have to qualify those, which is what makes it different than the federal employee group life insurance. Private life insurance can be less expensive and can be a little bit more flexible and so forth, but you do have to qualify for it. So there is that. And then option C is for family members. So this would be for like a spouse, children, up to $25,000 on a spouse, up to $12,500 on multiple children. And again, option B, term life insurance may be a good alternative to look at for you. If you are in a career that could be deemed dangerous, or you carry a firearm, or you fight fires, sometimes pilots as well, you may run into trouble getting term life insurance without having to sign waivers, if they will even do that. So we have seen where it's tough to do this, but sometimes you have to wait till after you retire if you have a position like that puts you in harm's way. It doesn't seem right, but that's how it is to get term life insurance. Some of these companies just don't want that risk. So that's just a little sidebar there. And then the basic coverage, what we recommend typically for federal employees is to consider the 75% reduction option. It becomes free of cost after age 65 when you retire. So give you an example, someone retires at 62, they continue paying the same premium for the same coverage for your basic, FEGLI basic. So it's reasonably priced, and that coverage stays the same. Then when you turn age 65, your annual premium goes to 0, and it stays 0. It just is free now. And it'll start reducing by 2% per month, just incrementally reduce down until it reduces down a total of 75%, leaving you with 25% of what your coverage was at retirement. And so that's a pretty fair deal, in my opinion, and it becomes something that you certainly would definitely keep if you were retiring at 65 or later, because it's just free straight out of the gate because you're after age 65. So if you're listening to this, just quick thing is that if you're retiring and you're at 65 or later, don't cancel the FEGLI basic. Pick the 75% reduction at retirement because it's free. Okay. And this is just a chart. I'm going to pass through this, but it shows you there are significant increases on the option B over time. And you can, again, just Google OPM FEGLI calculator and you plug in your own numbers and they'll show you how much it increases every 5 years.